What's going on, guys? AyoRichie here, and I'm back with another video for the YouTube. This video here it's quite an important one, to be honest, because I want to talk about Leo's 1+2 throw. So this throw here. So this throw here, honestly, is a bit ridiculous because every time you land it with your back to the wall and you get a wall splat, you're basically getting like 90 odd damage for a 1+2 throw. And you can imagine if it's a counter hit, you know, it's near enough unbreakable. If they do a power crush, it is unbreakable. So the reason I want to talk about this is because what you need to understand about your opponent is that, like, in this game where throws are so malicious and damaging, you know, you're gonna want to deal with it in as many ways as possible, right? So whether it be ducking, whether it be breaking, whether it be using evasive moves and whatnot. So as the Leo player, you now have it in their mind that they need to avoid this throw. So in a lot of scenarios, they might kind of twitch, duck, if they see you kind of like go towards them or anything like that. So what this makes possible for you now, with your back to the wall, is to kind of throw out mids that are gonna obviously hit them ducking, right? So depending on what you want to go for, you know, you have options like down forward 2. Down forward 2 being a great option because it has tracking. Obviously is a launcher, that goes without saying. But then obviously it's -13, so you might get punished for it with your back to the wall, which is obviously the risk, right? So for instance, if I was playing against Lars and I threw out a down forward 2, you know, he'll probably punish me with a 4-2-4 and get a wall splat and huge reward. So, you know, I might not want to opt for something like that. But then there's moves like up forward 3, which can work as a great move here. So if I'm kind of getting pressured at the wall, or like I'm trying to get something started with my back to the wall, you know, just doing something like a jab and then an up forward 3 might be a pretty goated strat, because even if they go for a throw, depending on obviously who I'm playing against, some characters have air throws or whatever, you know, I can kind of at least give myself some breathing space, you know, with a move like up forward 3. So that's obviously an option. I would say down forward 2 for the tracking and stuff like that is like a really good option, but you just have to be careful with the character you're playing against and, you know what punishes they have, because you don't want to get wall splat like that. But then other than that, like up forward 1+2 is just so goated. So you're definitely going to want to use this with your back to the wall, obviously. You know, that's a no-brainer. But yeah, I would say like opting for lows is a bit, it's not too great with your back to the wall. So I wouldn't really advise it too tough. I think, you know, staying on your opponent with mids, or just like putting mids on your opponent, is definitely the most viable thing you can do here, because the likelihood of them ducking when your back's to the wall is a lot higher than in neutral. So yeah, the fear that this 1+2 throw puts in your opponent is insane. Definitely find a way to kind of use it. Dashing in and using it makes it a little bit predictable. So, you know, if you're dashing in, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world to just throw out a down forward 2. So people might call you random for this, they might say it's a bit scrubby, whatever, but like, it is literally viable. Like, this is a good strat because people want to avoid the throw. So yeah, while you're playing, and obviously as you're playing more and more, getting comfortable with the character and whatnot, you're gonna wanna have it in your mind to use up forward 1+2, down forward 2s, down forward 3 as well. Obviously, you know, if you want to keep it safe, like I said, you know, I mentioned up forward 3 just for the low cross property, that would obviously help. But yeah, down forward 3, super goated move as well. You know, you knock them down and then you kind of dash in and get some pressure, some offense started. So yeah, those kind of moves are the moves you want to kind of throw out, because you don't want to become predictable when they duck your throw and then launch you. Like, that's basically the point I'm trying to make, basically. So if your back's to the wall, you know, think about these mids that will be working against your opponent. The fact that they could just potentially duck your throws because they're scared and they might not be able to break it. But then obviously remember all of the properties that throws have in this game that they track, and on counter hit they're near enough unbreakable. So yeah, this is just like a thing to do when you're getting pressured at the wall, and like, it's unbelievably strong as Leo, and it's quite unique to Leo because other characters aren't really able to do this really. Like the closest you have is like what, King doing a giant swing and getting big damage on the wall. So yeah, in this department, Leo kind of takes the bucket, I guess is the saying. But yeah, that's been the video. I just wanted to kind of discuss the 1+2 throw because it is just unbelievably strong. And if you're not using it with your back to the wall, start using it. Start using it, honestly. So yeah, and other than that, everyone take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video.